Careful.
Be careful. Hello, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. The other day, we dropped some ink on this paper scroll, and as promised, we are going to flip it for perspective possibilities, scrying for
Bloody.
shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses for a daily dose of inspiration. We'll also add on some tarot and oracle, and where Mr. Ghosty here is, boop boop, we have Ghost Tube kicking for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release
Like.
freely. If you're a new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. Give it a like if you like. When you're ready, let's go. All right, I'm going to take a moment to cleanse the palate. You're welcome to join me. Taking a nice deep breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palate of perspective, releasing a race in the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of anyone here at any time. Thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. All right, you know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below. Drop an emoji, whatever feels good. And if I heart it, I have read it. It's just very busy right now. But I appreciate you and I love you. I hear you. I see you. All right, I'm going to wander down here. There's a candle. Starting off with this candle. Pointing to my temples.
Heart attack.
There is something about the arrow. I feel like I'm in word art or like word. I would call it word perfect. I don't think it's called that anymore. Anyway, program word. And you can add in like these fun arrows, like 3D arrows. I'm seeing carrot top. Okay, so I think you said it on the other side, Scry. I could be wrong. Something about the hair. Because there is something about the hair. When I wander into like this carrot top feel, sense of humor, always appreciated. I don't know if you're styling, something about styling your hair. What are they? I think, Okay. I know I say this a lot and I apologize, but I really can't be sorry. It's just the way I tend to see. Imagine if a rattlesnake, a goat, and I think it's the ox from the other side was born. It's
How?
like a 3 hybrid. Tribrid? A tribrid. A rattlesnake, a goat, and an ox. You know, one of those axes? It's not an axe. I think it's a it's not a pitchfork, but I think it's like a pickaxe. A pickaxe. Yeah, it's a pickaxe. Oh, interesting. I see you now. Okay, so I'm just going to throw it out there. This pickaxe, which brings me into the word twins. However you resonate, whether that's personal, professional, corporate, creative, planetary, star seeds. Because I'm seeing UFOs up here. One of the twins, one of these siblings, soulmates. Again, please insert whatever feels well to you. Is incarnate. The other one is not. Now, I don't know necessarily if that means they're in the afterlife. I think for some that could be. For some, it's they exist on the spaceship. They don't come to Earth. Even though they are a human, they're not an earthling. You are an earthling. Having an earthling experience. But you have a connection. It's like you have a star sibling. Or a star soulmate. Now, if that seems relatively way out there, well, welcome to I Scry with Steph. We adventure. We play outside of ordinary here. you might live separately from somebody who feels a soulmate or a twin or your physical twin, like sibling. Maybe you live in different states,
Sacrifice.
different countries. Do you know what I'm saying? There's something about that. You're still connected telepathically, and I'm hearing that might be a tool to tap into, is the telepathic connection. Now, of course, you don't have to follow the storyline that came forward of the twins to work on the telepathic connection. But it's almost like finding out who you would want to connect to, because there is caution. It's like you don't want to just throw your fishing line out to telepathically connect to any rando. No, that's not how I feel. Safety. Scry safely, please. All right. Yeah, I see you there. So from the OG side, Scry, the link will be below. I recall seeing like the Legend of Zelda. And you know what's funny? I say that quite confidently. I shouldn't say that confidently at all. I'm pretty sure I'm like Rolodexing through my husband's games, and I'm pretty sure I saw at some point in my life the Legend of Zelda. But I don't know. Is it like, because the OG side was all about like this team atmosphere of like gathering people, like one person starting a journey to go and communicate and connect with. There's a team of 5. What is the point of Zelda? I don't know. It may not even matter. But I do feel like here it's a lot more solo, or I'm in like each first person's perspective. Like I even have like one of those sashy things on. Okay, so I don't know if it's you or somebody you're going to meet. I am bowing in honor of, not in honor. It's just in honor. It's just an honor. I don't need to worry about what it's not. It's in honor of. And it's a greeting. It's almost like a sincere greeting. But I feel very welcoming. I'm also seeing those berries from Christmas time. Is it the holly? Have a holly jolly Christmas. You know, it's funny. I have like my holly bush up front. It's like doing so well. But I'm seeing holly.
Pagan.
Cave of ice. Go with the flow as things are defrosting. Yeah, I see that over there. I'm looking over at something. This is a different kind of dog. Lots of dogs. Loyalty, love. It's a Saint Bernard. Saint Bernard. Possibly a bull mastiff, but very, very calm. I feel like furrier than a bull mastiff, but I'm not a dog connoisseur. So here's the thing. I feel like in this soloness, I'm going with some sort of flow as things are melting. This is a good melt. Defrosting. It's creating a momentum. Feels more like an ethereal emotion versus not just earthly emotion, but that's the feel, right?
Boat.
And then I come into, boat. I like sailing it. And then this one in the negative space, 2 people start talking. Protected by the St. Bernards. And on the other side, it was, can't remember. It's already gone. Black polar bears and Rottweilers. Do you know what's funny? I'm seeing somebody. Oh my goodness. When they'd be like, "Oh, hold on a second, I just gotta go down the stairs," and be like, or it's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna take the elevator."
8.
That's what I'm seeing. I don't know if there's somebody around that you think has left, or they're implying that they're leaving. They're not. They're right there. They're right there. I don't know if they're just being funny. They're doing it in a funny way. They're doing it in a funny way. This is a third from the 2. But the backs are turned from the 2. Maybe they'd just rather pet the dog. Because the Saint Bernard is now something about the Sphinx paws specifically. Sphinx paws specifically. Cave of Winds. Geese. Worthiness and prey. And this is how I'm thinking.
Be careful.
It's kind of like in that bow thing. Honor of whatever spirit you deem worthy to pray pray for, to send best wishes to, because your worth, your value here is so high, being an earthling, incarnate as earthling, knowing that you have a star sibling somewhere or somebody in spirit in the stars that they pray for you, like they send it out. But then also noticing whatever you are doing, whatever you are praying for, know that that has power based on your value in the bow, in the honor, in the sitting in contemplation. Somebody might be going on a silent retreat or considering sitting with somebody, a friend, and maybe chat. And then either you meditate together, because this feels oddly intentionally silent. Manifest. And this is in the Cave of Hearth Fires. And this could be what, in support of what both of you or the aspects of the self are trying to manifest. Somebody is like sitting, I don't know if it's one of the two, somebody is sitting with something on their lap. Like they have something on their lap. I want to say in one instance it's like bread wrapped in a cloth as an offering. Oh, and there's like a lotus in here in the hand, like an offering. Somebody's manifesting hardcore, like parkour hardcore manifesting. These geese, I want to come down to these geese as I'm wandering into the Cave of Rivers of how I'm feeling. Yeah, it's almost like I feel directionally challenged. If I'm being straight up, I feel a little bit directionally challenged. However, it's like those word perfect arrows. Whichever way you go, it's going to lead you to the perfect place and point. And then I'm also seeing, like, say this big old compass or this portal of your perception, whatever the case is. And these geese are, there's a little possum in here too with that candle. Because somebody might be worrying that time is running out. Enough. You're being annoying by saying it's annoying. It's like time might be running out. It's, I don't mean to sound cheesy about it, but it's like really in perfect time. Never really step to the music.
You are annoying.
Stop. Also not the worst thing I've been called, so I'm going to take it. Nature. It is my nature. It's nothing but good times over here. Me and the ghost tube. Okay, Go Within is coming in on Earth, and I want to tie that with the Cave of Ice. No matter which direction I take, it's worded perfectly for you. And you might be praying and finding finding out and connecting telepathically to somebody very, very much so care about, or you have this intuitive knowing and working on the telepathy. Maybe this, for some, this is the telepathic connection. Maybe telepathic isn't the right term here. Holly's jumping back in, but I don't know why. It's fine.
I like you.
The symbol of such telepathically, this cord to the oversoul higher self, telepathic communication. It almost feels like even like a channeling of sorts within your own consciousness. It's like, well, which direction would I take when there's so many ways and wisdoms, perhaps, right? And so you go in on this solo journey of like this Legend of Zelda, and you just receive. I don't want to say you receive the answer, because you're the key, and the key needs to turn. But the turn is taking steps. And it's something at first I want to say, it's like realizing I am valuable enough to even take said path, or to nurture said path. Maybe it's nurture said path. Prioritize. Prioritize as well as in there. And so, like in the cheesiest way, as we all say many times, so you go within. This might really have something to do with the solar plexus as well. Could be
Aquarius.
Could be important. Could be important. Something about your nature. Because it's almost like, if I may, like wandering through all this purity, certain, then there's like the sigils here, markings at some point in time on the high heart. I'm all very pure though. Pure. But my nature is primal. It's like putting primal and purity together. Even when, especially from the OG side, there is fear and anger to work through. And maybe in regards to the intuition, like, sure, that's cool. But kind of coming around through knowing somebody that has passed on, condolences, and I pray to them, and I just want to touch them again. Or to a guide, a sibling that you have in the stars that is human.
What should I do?
Maybe hybrid, but has never been to Earth, is not an Earthling. You're the Earthling, and they have to see you go each time. Maybe you connect with them. Does this make sense? I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but it's like popping out here, and word perfect. Time is not running out. Okay, let me like have that face on. The breath, breathe, take a breath. It's almost like you're starting to smell your manifest. Like, you know, a pie is cooking. That pie maybe is a symbol of whatever it is you'd like to manifest, and you can smell it. You're not tasting it yet, you're not holding it yet, but you can smell it. Like the connection may not be manifestation of something for you specifically, but even like this connection or to this knowing of the stars, it's getting closer and closer and closer. You can smell it. Messages from spirit in the animal kingdom. There has been boodles of animals in these messages. And again, they're like constellations in the stars. You are loved. Messages from spirit. And perfect that I landed it here for one reason or another, because she's got, the way I see it anyway, is like a butterfly in her hair. Spiral of life over here. As like this lotus pie. Lotus pie. I love it. Lotus pie. Lotus pie. Yeah. A little crust there. Love it. So good. And all these animals, it's almost like I'm seeing them as hybrids
Sun.
as they walk through the spectrum. And then to close out, we have say you're sitting in the power, which really, like, this is the power of your own direction wherever your attention goes. Sitting in your space, going within, whether that's walking, in silence, in prayer, and where you place, like, truly, when you are here and your time and attention is here in our channel together, that is powerful. Like, it's so powerful.
I am in pain.
What you decide to put your attention to. And if there are things that you're putting attention to, we're so here to help you if you are in pain. And I can help you afterwards as soon as we're done. Okay, if there's a locket or something like that, or like going through a locket, opening the locket of a heart and taking a look at that. Do we look at things that give us pain? And do we continuously open that up? Why do we do that? Maybe that's something to question. Like, does it fulfill, that's a healing thing, ophiuchus, and harmony and peace? If we open these lockets of pain, whether it's maybe you watch something that, you know, breaks your heart, and I'm not talking about the sentiment breaks your heart, but, you know, what can we do to nurture the connection of what you do want and trust? Connection with soulmate, twin soul, or sibling, or what you're manifesting. And if you were the pie, if you were the manifestation, how would you want to be treated? How would you want to be looked upon? And to look upon yourself that way. There's a radiation here in this solo journey of Zelda, and I still don't know what that means, but I'm going to leave it here. I've yammered on. I'm so grateful for you. I hope this did inspire, educate, or entertain. And until next time, so much love. Bye. Cut the deck. Reaching out to spirit and physical touch. Oy vey, strangled. Let us not strangle ourselves. Maybe that's also the point too, not to, it shouldn't take the breath away in a, this is the breathe with the breath card. Breathe. Breathe life into it. If we complain, we're breathing life into that. What, if we have a complaint, what are we breathing into it? Because we really do touch the spirit of all that is when we reach out. Brilliant. Brilliant.